Were ye all practicing your tomahawk chop today? I hope you were. Good evening, fellow punters. A very happy Mickey D with you on Monday evening, the day after the Super Bowl. Well, it isn't even 24 hours yet. A long late night. Chiefs done the business. Absolutely delighted for Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I've followed Coach Reid for a good while, even before he got to Kansas, and I've always looked at the Chiefs. I don't know, I think it's the red jersey. Red is my favourite colour. Even when Marty Schottenheimer used to be the coach, I used to watch them a lot. Great game, right down to the last few seconds. There was a fellow watching it with me, and he couldn't understand that the Chiefs didn't run in for their touchdown with a bit more than a minute left. And I was trying to explain to him that if they got it, the opponents would have enough time to come back up. And if they got a touchdown, probably go for the 2-point play, and they could lose by a point. So even though there's not a minute left in the game in the NFL, you can still, the lot can happen. But brilliant to see Mahomes. That bootleg run he went off on, I think it was on first down, got up inside the 20. 2 walk-in touchdowns. I've never seen that in a Super Bowl before. Well, there was one there a couple of years ago, probably with Philadelphia, but made a few pounds. There was money in my account, 3 or 4 accounts today, so I was fancying them all along. A bit worried the last couple of weeks with Mahomes' injury, but by God, he's gutsy. To see him running that time and the bit between his teeth, full of determination. I love that in a player. Anyway, I hope people might have backed us. I remember a couple of when I said there a few weeks ago that a few put up in the comments that they might back them. So great night's entertainment, and halftime was spectacular as well. And pints during and after. So tired body today. I had the day off, and I took it off. We had 2 runners. We had 1 non-runner. Buxted 2. So just as well, probably because the Knowlton Cross, I was saying he was a bit classier. He skated in. Buxted 2, he'd have a job to stay with him in the straight. Disappointed with the one in, what was it today? Ellison's horse. He went 4 to 6 in running, but I was never that comfortable. He didn't seem to stay the distance. And the other one wasn't off the yard. The gamble went on the other one from the yard, and they weren't able to beat the horse that can either only win or get pulled up. So, few newcomers on the bus. I want to welcome Richard Mascala, or Mascale, Jill Lafferty, Ben Clark 41, Craig O'Leary, Paul Bailey is recently new on it, Joe Heaney, and Darren Aylward left a message the other day about was I going racing over the weekend, and I said I was going to go to Navan. I had planned to yesterday only for what happened the night before, and I stayed out late. But he had left a message yesterday, and it disappeared. Sometimes messages disappear like that. I meant to answer him back today, but I look for it then, and it's not there. So he had said that he had a ticket for me and something to eat, and I appreciate that greatly, and I will definitely meet up with you at some meeting in the near future. Also, a special thanks to Marietta Wilkinson. She runs an Irish pub in Coventry, and they're going to the races in Warwick on the 26th of April, or in February I think it is, and she was inviting me over, and accommodation and transport and everything laid on, which is greatly appreciated. But there's one problem. My passport is out of date, so I said I'd renew it online 2 nights ago, and because it was issued more than 15 years ago, I have to start off from scratch. So I have to get a form in the post office tomorrow and go. I probably have to get the birth cert and all of that jazz from the Garda station and all that jazz from as long ago as I got my first one. I don't know how you do it now, but I'll find out. Thanks very much anyway, Marietta. Tomorrow, it's sort of Mark Knopfler Day, Dire Straits. But I got 2. One over the jumps and one on the go. The one over the jumps is in Ayr. There's a lightly raced horse there of Stuart Crawford's, Champ De Gane. It's a 5-2 shot. Now it ran very well, I thought, over course and distance the last time. And Darryl Jacob sort of gave it an educational ride. And the only mistake he made was at the last. But he looked a tired horse at the time. That would have brought him on fitness-wise, I thought. He was unseated on Stevens' Day up north in his first chase. But he has a couple of nice runs back the way against good horses. And he looks like all the, a chaser that those owners, Minear and Swade, just have. So he's second favourite there at 5-2. While Barry is a very consistent nag, but it's going up in the ratings, and I just thought that this horse rated 160. I think he came down a pound. Yeah, he came down a pound for the last run. There is an old flame of mine in that race there, Douglas Talkin, but it ran very bad the last couple of times. But it has wind surgery, so you wouldn't know. That's a front runner. It's a good jumper as well. It won a few pounds from me last year and the previous winter. But I'm happy to back Champ De Gane. And then on the Goo tomorrow night, there's a horse there, King of Bavaria. And it used to be with Aidan O'Brien, Coolmore. And the day it ran in Navan, I marked him down against Curryheen Prince. It was over 5 furlongs. I said he needs the extra furlong. Then he ran a Group 3 race at Art Power. I know it was beaten 9 lengths, but it stayed on well enough. And that was yielding to soft. It was in the race then in January that Alligator Alley won for us. But then ran a listed race the last day. It's in black colours, is to the right. Now, it runs wide, but it also gets blocked near the end. And he has a 9-pound swing. They were on level weights that day. He finished 7th. He was carrying 9-2, and so was Enaf, or so was Diligent Harry. But let's have a quick look at it. He's in black on the left-hand side of the screen. Watch him coming up the straight near the end as well. He gets chopped off.
Under Ryan Moore, the pace increasing all the while. 2.5 to go in the Catchy Stakes, and up front on the inside it's still One Night Stand to Exalted Angel poised in second. Diligent Harry on the inside in third has got a chance. Swinging wide is King of Bavaria, looking for the big guns. Anaf is trying to make up some ground, a bit to do, and Vadream is out the back with Summergand. A furlong to go in the Catchy Stakes. Anaf is now threading his way through under Ross Orion, and here he comes on the inside with a noseband. Out wide Exalted Angel. Diligent Harry is in there pitching too. It's Anaf in front, and Anaf has come from a long way back to win the Catchy Stakes. 3 in a row for Anaf. He lands.
So they were on level weights that day, Diligent Harry and himself, and I think there's 9 pound of a swing, and he's 5-1. He'd be 9-1 against 9-10. I'd fancy him fairly strong each way at 5-1 to back him each way in that race tomorrow. The surface, see, he ran well enough with cutting the ground in Ireland, and you have to like sort of cutting the ground when you run in Newcastle. It's a big weight for Diligent Harry. Hasn't won since was a 3-year-old. He's 5 now. He started off really well, but he just, I don't know. I think there's more. Applebee's Yard is flying it as well. Yeah, won 3 out of 4 as a 3-year-old. But then, I don't know. I'm just hoping that that'll run well tomorrow. So there's the 2. And there isn't much during the week this week, so we'll try and get a couple for the next day. I've just received a letter from my home in Ireland. The scribble so familiar was my mother's feeble hand. A house that rang with music and of laughter now is still. Dear Daddy is so lonely now among the Wicklow hills. As I gaze across the mountain, I relive that moment's joy. The same old Wicklow mountain where you ramble as a boy. Your photo as a child that pictures by my bedside still. And each night I pray that you'll come back home among the Wicklow Hills. Do you remember long ago when in summer you would stroll down where the crystal mountain stream to the Slaney waters flow? You recall a young companion who talks about you still, and you know who she's waiting to among the Wicklow Hills. As I gaze across the mountain, I relive a moment's joy. The same old Wicklow mountain where you ramble as a boy. Your photo as a child that pictures by my bedside still. And each night I pray that you'll come back home among the Wicklow Hills. And each night I pray that you'll come back home among the Wicklow Hills. It wasn't a great start. I couldn't think of the Ayr route at the time, but tired and sore, so we done our best. Bash the bookies over and out.